Hey guys, Brad Scott here from bradscottvisuals.com. Today we're going to go over the Smallrig cage for the Panasonic GH5. They've done a great job creating a cage that lets you access all the features of the Panasonic GH5, all the dials, buttons, everything like that, but still give you enough mounting points to where you've got all these 1/4 20 and 3/8 mounting points for all your accessories. So the basic cage itself has these side NATO rails where you can mount any of Smallrig's NATO accessories to it. You've got a cold shoe mounting spot on the left side on the top. And then on the top here, I've got a NATO rail for the top handle mounted, but you've got 2 rows of mounting points there. 2 more on the top here, as well as a camera strap holder. And then all along the right side, you've got the entire row of 1/4 20 and 2 3/8 mounting points. We're gonna go ahead and just mount it to the tripod here. So if I just wanted to have the setup just like this with no Atomos recorder, no audio, anything like that, I could just go ahead and flip this screen out, turn the camera on, and release it from the tripod. And I've got a nice shoulder rig ready to go. But I'm gonna build it out a little bit like I would in a professional shoot with audio, my Atomos Shogun Inferno external recorder, and just show you what this is like when it's built out. I don't have a matte box setup yet for it, or follow focus, but that's something that I'll probably end up getting down the line. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my magic arm and just mount my audio right now. I've actually got it recording right now. I'm using the Zoom H6. I've got it right here with the Sennheiser AVX lavalier setup. So that's what you're hearing me speak on right now. So we'll just put this in the middle point right here and screw it in. And we can just twist that to make it tight. Then we can go ahead and just mount the Zoom H6 right here. You might hear a little bit of noise from me moving this, hopefully not. So now we're all set up for audio with the lav mic. If we needed to run a cable to the Zoom H6 straight into the camera, we would just mount this on the other side. And the next thing I want to do is just grab my top handle. And as you can see, this has the NATO rail right on the top there. And I can just slide it on. I've got these little catchers on the side here, which will stop it from sliding off. And I just tighten that all the way up. And then we'll get my EVF holder. And we're gonna mount this right into this 15mm rod holder right here. And I'm just gonna open that up. Tighten that. And now we can go ahead and put on my Atomos Shogun Inferno recorder. So the Atomos Shogun Inferno lets you record 4K 60 frames a second in 10-bit out of the Panasonic GH5. So for anyone who's doing some serious color grading and really wants to push the files a little bit further as far as color grading goes, 10-bit is going to be much better for all your colors, making sure you don't introduce any artifacts or noise into the image. You're just going to be able to push it a lot further without getting some weird color blocking, color banding, things like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and screw this on to the top here. And this records into SSD. So I've actually got a 1 terabyte SSD in my Shogun Inferno recorder. So I can record as long as I want pretty much on that. It'll give me usually about 2 hours shooting 4K 60 frames a second with a terabyte, which is pretty awesome. So I just need my HDMI cord. I'm gonna pop that into the in HDMI outlet and then into the Panasonic GH5. And then I'll grab my HDMI cord clamp just to keep it nice and safe, make sure the connection doesn't get lost. So this just clamps on, screws into this 1/4-20 right here. Clamp that in so it's all nice and safe. And then we get a battery, plug it into the Shogun Inferno. This can take 2 batteries, but it also runs on one, so I usually just run it on one so it's not killing both the batteries at the same time. And this is my setup that I use for recording from a tripod. And then if I wanted to shoot from the shoulder rig, I can just move this monitor down like that and then take this off. And there's my shoulder rig right there. Obviously I can move this up and down to where the monitor would be on the other side right here. That'd be a little easier. But I like to have the monitor right in the middle for when it's on the tripod. It just makes everything a little easier to see. Just go ahead and pop that back on there. Twist this up. So that's pretty much my setup as of now. If I wanted to have a follow focus, I could mount the follow focus on these 15mm rods to where it's controlling the lens right about there. And then I could have a matte box that extends out there as well. For now, I'm just using a ND filter right on the thread there, so I don't have to add any extra bulk to my setup. I like traveling light. So this is a 4K 60 frames a second 10-bit setup. Just so you know, if you are using the Atomos Shogun Inferno with the Panasonic GH5, the variable frame rate modes don't work. It's just gonna record whatever setting you set the output as, so 23.976, 24 frames a second, or 30 frames a second. That's what you're gonna get showing on the Atomos recorder when you're recording from the Shogun. And you're gonna see all the different histograms and everything that you see on the screen on the Panasonic GH5 is gonna show up in the recorded video when you're doing variable frame rate. So for slow motion and stuff like that, if you wanna do 120 frames a second, 180 frames a second, you're just gonna have to use the Atomos Shogun Inferno as a monitor and not to record. But the 4K 60 frames a second 10-bit out of the Shogun Inferno is amazing. You'll get insane footage. It looks really great. I'll have some examples when I do my Panasonic GH5 and Atomos Shogun Inferno review. But this one focuses on the Smallrig GH5 Cage. This is my rig that I've built with it. It's really awesome run and gun. If I want to just use the GH5 without the shoulder rig, just handheld, I just hold it like this and I can grab onto it right there. You can also get handles from Smallrig for the side as well. You can mount either on the cage or you can mount on this EVF holder, so you could have it right there like so. Now Smallrig offers really cool engraving into their camera cages and camera rigs. So if you're constantly working on big productions and you're worried about maybe someone else having the same gear as you, same cage, and you want to make sure you have your name on it or your production company's name, you can get your name engraved on the front or kind of wherever you want it on the cage itself, which is a cool feature. I'll show a little video preview of that, or a photo just showing their engraving service. But that is the Smallrig cage for the Panasonic GH5. I'll go ahead and list all the different parts, the EVF, the top handle, the cage itself, all the part numbers, so you guys know exactly what to go and buy from Smallrig. Thanks again for watching. You can go ahead and check out all of the Smallrig accessories at smallrig.com. And to view any of my work, any of my videos or photos, and to buy prints, go ahead and check out bradscottvisuals.com. Again, I'll leave all the accessories, all the numbers for these accessories in the video description below. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next video.